'Twas the night before Christmas, down in Studio B, where Adam, Liam, and Phyllis mused about another fringe movie. The show hosts had squinty eyes like they had just been dozing, and Phyllis resembled Jack Frost as she sat there frozen. Liam wore his signature grin, our awash in technicolour Christmas light. Adam stroked his bushy beard, donning dark shades to save his sight. Both hosts were on Santa's naughty list, so they weren't expecting him to drop in, and Liam had filled possible seating space with new props he'd brought in. He'd salvaged a knockoff nativity scene from a Halmark movie set, and asleep in the manger was past guest Joey Loviolette.
Ow, 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 fuck, ow, fuck. Oh, man. Those fucking cookies are ice cold. Gotta warm my hands up.
You're gonna need some of those glove stuffers there. A couple of them Lily heat pads.
Glove puffers, you mean?
Yeah.
Gotta get you one of those.
Someone to get in there with you.
It was on my list. Did see that email with my Christmas list in it, right, pal?
Yeah, it said you wanted a stalker.
Yeah.
Not judging.
No, yeah, whatever. Starting to feel, getting in the mood.
Mm-hmm. Not a bad delicacy from Tom Hortons.
Nope. Where we at? We almost got this whole decade wrapped up. Back in the 90s.
Mid.
This is 9 out of 10. Very mid. The middest. You know, 7 came out in 1995.
I wouldn't guess that.
What do you think? I was thinking like 98 or something.
98, maybe. I think 97 at the earliest. But Fight Club, 99.
Yeah. Usual Suspects. I feel like I didn't see that one.
That felt like an... Actually, you know what? 7 makes a lot of sense, because Usual Suspect and 7 came out really close to each other.
You don't say. That's what the calendar says, pal. Batman Forever. The only one of these movies I saw in theaters.
Well, I definitely saw it in theater.
Cookie's done already? You're not savoring it, Adam. You're not savoring it.
No, I was dying for it.
Lahane?
Oh, yes.
Whoa.
Saw it right off the hop.
I feel like I walked over Batman Forever. I'm sure we already talked about this on the cast. That was definitely my Batman.
Oh, it was my most anticipated movie ever, of course.
Yeah.
In that time frame. Ever since that first E.T. ad.
Tommy Lee Jones and that big doofus really worked well together.
Oh, yeah. Val Kilmer, Chase Meridian.
Best Bruce Wayne.
Val?
Yeah. Aesthetically. He was the closest to the animated version Bruce Wayne.
I guess so.
That big jawline.
Mm-hmm. Val did have that going for him.
Yeah, I remember we was talking about this because we were talking about
Oh, I feel like I'm retreading territory.
She's a psychologist. And she looks at the card that the Riddler sent. He's completely bonkers.
That's quite the assessment.
Powder?
Yeah, no, I saw that. It had all this hype. And then, I don't know if it really lived up to that for me. But in retrospect, didn't shit go down with the people from Powder? A bunch of creeps or something?
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's Powder controversy.
They're powdering up Powder?
Yeah, that's why you never see Powder or all the people with Powder now.
I wouldn't know where to begin.
I feel like it was just like him getting kicked around most of the movie, and then at the end he made it lightning on someone.
Oh, who were there?
Was that Powder? That all
Desperado.
And there was Michael too.
Adam, would you just be quiet for 1 minute?
Did Michael not come out around then? The Powder of John Travolta's career.
Where's that phenomenon?
Yeah.
You picture that poster?
Yeah. And there was one other part.
Same time that Multiplicity came out. I remember them being like, I'm pretty sure you could get them. It was like a 2-movie combo at Video Difference.
What was it, Michael or Phenomenon, that had this one scene where he really convinces somebody of something, or they make him add a bunch of numbers, or he keeps
That's Michael.
Yeah.
Or CPOC or whatever.
Another
do you remember that movie?
Bleep Bleep classic.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What's that guy? We're not allowed to say his name yet?
I don't know. He seemed like he was coming back for a second there. He started doing a couple off-brand shows a little halfways, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Heavy sigh. He's going to show up in LA Confidential one of these years.
Yeah, he was.
I'm sorry, everybody.
He was making big moves in 1995.
Yeah.
That sinful bastard.
Yeah. Coffees for closers.
All right. 12 Days of Monkeys. That's a Christmas special. What'd you say?
It seems like it takes place in a cold, dark place until they're shooting around LA or some shit at the end.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3.
Was that a Christmas one?
Yeah. No. There's not very many Christmas movies of 1995.
They already shit them all out by then.
Yeah. It was the year of lost children. What was there to watch?
Nothing. Garbage. You'd have to tune in the YTV for all your Christmas shavings.
This is when you still had to watch those old claymation. The Elf and Frosty, but he has a mustache. And Rudolph. Remember those little specials?
Oh, yeah.
Long before 1995.
There was also the one, and it was a little more rarer, but it was Santa Came to Town. Has something to do, it was like the mailman it was following around.
Is that the one with the elf?
Oh. I don't know. It's that rare that I don't remember it immediately. But it was in that style, I think.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
Did you ever see a French Christmas movie? From 1995?
Did I?
Not to be specific.
Oh. They say that when they were including Christmas in this?
Yeah. Was there a...
Did this come out right at Christmas?
Pearl?
Bring your family. Come check this out. This is going to be the best motherfucking Christmas movie of the year.
Well, I did go see Iron Claw at Christmas time not too long ago. So.
Oh yeah, well that was one of the things the wise men gave Jesus. Frankincense, iron claw.
And, yeah.
Myrrh.
And the pearl. And the pearlman.
Yeah. You know, sometimes myrrh is no good.
Myrrh.
Rather an iron claw.
Myrrh.
Yeah. No, myrrhed up here. Nobody's using
May.
potpourri no more.
It came out in May.
This came out in May.
Yeah. It's so funny because I said, if you want your movie to come out at Christmas, we got to start filming in May.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's both offensive and accurate. My apt pupil.
$18 million budget, $11 million box office.
This one.
Yeah.
City of the Lost.
Say it. You're already there, pal.
The wages.
City of the Lost Wages.
In the newer Leisure Suit Larry games, that's new Lost Wages is the town. That's why I went there, but I meant like that's a waste of, the production budget, something. Couldn't quite pinpoint what I was going for.
Hey, we were already talking about clay.
Yeah. And tennis is a game that just heads back and forth like a pong.
Henry and the Hendersons.
Oh yeah, that's not Christmas, is it?
I'm sure one episode was.
It was just like a Harrier Christmas vacation. They're driving around in the same vehicle on the same backlot facade housing.
Picture Randy
just
Quaid.
like Lethal Weapon.
Real Harry.
Yeah.
In his best Adam costume. And I'm Liam.
Yeah.
Phyllis over there.
Yeah.
Looking festive.
Yeah, like R2D2,
PH
but
festive.
an angel.
R2. No, it's more like CP3.
Oh, R2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Made out
Anthony
of a
would have been
tusk.
pissed, wouldn't he?
Made out of tusk.
Yeah. You see, soon as humans began communicating, they were able to take out the large predators. That's why you don't see any.
What a beautiful intro. Not this, but the movie?
Yeah, the movie.
Did that not make you feel Christmassy right away?
Yeah, well, yeah, that we just did like the French stuff credits.
Yeah.
Who knows what that says?
But the journey into the studio canal? Boy, what a treat. Did you not get that? The pretty colors?
Of?
The lights? The studio canal.
Oh, it's just the first thing you see?
Yeah.
No, didn't put together, I guess.
Oh, it's an eyegasm, pal.
I'll go back and look.
Do it.
Okay, I'm looking right now. Fuck sure.
Waiting. I'll wait.
Christmas coming soon. Or holidays or whoever. Alright, check you later.
You keep looking, pal. Let's make Christmas.
Alright. About to have an eyegasm live on the
Should have
show.
went on Billy, found this in 2 minutes. How to do that. Your fucking ghost cup. Maybe you'll get your cup for Christmas. Wouldn't that be a treat? Oh, I can picture it. I can see it in your glasses.
Oh, it is a feast, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's Aurora Borealis.
Well, that sent me running for the tissues, I'll tell you that.
I like it.
Did you ever have your hand
Phew, I'm allergic to it though. God dang, all them.
hands covered in ivory liquid, pal? Had to run for the tissues.
Holy shit, ball. Yeah, a little dust up. Oh, coming back around again.
Yeah, don't seizure.
Hot Pete.
Don't sneeze your.
Jeez.
Don't sneeze your on me, pal.
Too much snow.
Pardon? Yeah, speaking of snow, we get to see Frosty the Snowman. I don't know if you translated any of the other.
Bonhomme de
credits.
Neige?
Yeah. Oh, bonhomme de neige.
Yeah.
Oui.
Yeah.
Oui.
Yeah.
Noel.
Yeah. And what?
Frosty the Snowman.
Noel and Frosty.
Out the window. Right away. It's Christmas.
Noel Gallagher. Back to this Christmas oasis.
What do you call those guards with the these on their head?
Oh, they're like nutcrackers, but with a different task.
No, but the guys that don't move.
Mounties.
But are they just Mountie guards?
Are the British ones?
Yeah.
They get
Achilles. Yeah, but don't you... I just found that toy strange, because you always see that, the monkey.
Yeah.
But it was one of the guards.
Mm-hmm.
With symbols.
What's the symbolism?
They don't move. It would have been funnier if it wasn't moving.
Just
Had the symbols, but wasn't moving.
funny. It's if this movie could be funnier.
Oh, it's a hoot.
That was the City of the Lost Opportunity right there.
We see Lost Kid number 1.
Oh, yeah. But we see that dude looking like a puppet master. He's doing like the side eye.
Who is?
One of those puppets right there in the beginning.
Oh, just a puppet.
No, it was one of the guys. Could have maybe not the soldier, but another dude who was present. There's a couple toys there.
Okay.
Teddy bear? No.
Yeah, the teddy bear was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One guy looking like there was a puppet master afoot.
Yeah, okay. But then there's the little boy.
Yeah. And then
Who has Culkinized, doesn't he?
Culkinized.
I actually had to look up who this kid was because he just looks familiar.
Right.
He looks like a young Johnny Depp or like Rory.
A 1995 child.
Yeah, looks like Rory.
And then all of a sudden, getting a visit.
A rope comes down the chimney.
Yeah.
And this seems like it might be every child's dream.
Yeah.
You know who's coming down that chimney, pal.
Old Saint
That's
Nick.
Satan.
Yeah. No good Nick. Saint Nick.
But what you don't expect
Ever so quietly
is
winding
more
the elephant.
Santas.
Yeah. But one guy there for a second just gently winds the elephant thing.
Yeah, with the propeller.
Yeah. Disarming figure.
Yeah.
Now, Santa. No problem. But then the problem starts arising.
Yeah.
You know, you wait for Christmas. You wish Christmas could be every day. Right? But you don't want all the days of Christmas coming at the same night.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
And yeah, he does have a toy that has like a propeller on it.
Yeah, it's an elephant.
But that's going like really, really fast. Like it could hurt someone. It's more like a weapon looking.
Anyway, so many.
Santas?
Yeah, you said it. And I mean, I
didn't expect this movie to be
warping
so
cameras
but
like
so
this, right?
Christmassy.
Yeah.
Like I didn't think right off the hop you're gonna see Santas and even like Frosties.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But
high-angled cameras,
yeah, they start doing the
cameras.
The warping. It's like the exact same effect we were talking about in Scanner Darkly.
Oh.
Like, that's what they kind of were doing with the animation.
Too soon.
Oh, no, it's perfect timing.
Yeah, no,
Well,
it's
fresh.
Apt. It is apt.
That's a fresh tomato right now.
Yeah, fresh pine tree.
And there's more and more. Santa's circling around this boy. And every second one has a propeller.
Is it dream? Is it hell? Where is this kid living?
Dream.
And this kid is the one you knew about, huh? This is the kid you saw and you were like, I know this kid from somewhere.
They have familiar eyes.
And then doth never been seen again.
But he is brought back. So you see the machine that he's hooked up to.
Oh, do we?
And off to the other side, also connected to this machine, is Crank.
Kronk.
The boss.
Kronk.
Maybe in your subtitles, pal.
Yeah, so first scene seems like it could be a dream sequence, but more of a nightmare. Nicolas Cage was there passively, of course. And now we have a introduction to our main antagonist.
Is this a Tim Burton film or what?
Weird figures. It is mishmashy. You know, we went in here well traveled enough to at least handle some of these things and recognize the cross-platform implementation of some of these ideas.
Love it. You see that Kronk is extracting the dream of young lost child. Young lost boy.
Yeah, he's tapped in. You know, he's analog Freddy Krueger here.
But because the child is so traumatized, it's almost affecting Crank the same way. So now he's screaming in sequence with the child.
And it's a lot of screaming to get things started with.
And then you see all these Tyrones around.
You know it.
And they all start screaming too.
Yeah, and some of these guys really need a slap, you know what I'm saying?
I would say so.
The dials are breaking around this joint. Yeah, so we pull the kid out of the machine. We got stinking Kronk here, already sucks.
Yeah, it looks like Tim Dunn. First glance.
Yeah,
even like the
gem.
same, but even the same way that Tim Dunn would scream like that. Like it had almost the exact same face as A.B. Paws of Death.
Yeah, I got you.
And so then you get to see none other than
Irvin?
Brainbox Beethoven over there.
Yeah, the brain.
Yeah, the floating cauliflower, which is
Kronk
Uncle
and
Irvin.
Krang.
And he's got a
Doinkin.
little bit of a fairy tale, doesn't he? No, it's not here yet.
No, that's all they let you glimpse so far.
You just get to see him, and then
brain in a box.
And whatever doesn't work.
Yeah.
So Crank takes the teddy bear. Was this extracted from the dream? This teddy bear, like a Freddy Krueger film?
Can't extract it from the dream, then pull things out of nonsense.
They did it in Freddy.
I don't know the fucking what the Dream Warriors fought for.
And then he's smashing the teddy against the machinery, and then he throws it in the river.
And it's a wide shot.
In a sack.
Yeah, you can see it fall too in the big wide shot. You can trail it down. And yeah, the kid, or I don't know.
No one knows.
Yeah.
Never to be seen again.
No, you do see it's a teddy though. Then it hit the water. You know, it's confirmation of that.
And just as it starts to sink, a can. And this can just brings some entire levity to the whole thing. We start to get happy. We forget about everything that was scary, sad.
Yeah,
Let's move on. It's the fun fair.
Yeah, it's ding. You see the name of the movie come up.
Yeah.
That's what it said on the thing.
Yeah.
The bell weight thing. I don't know what you call that contraption exactly, but it's like a feat of strength.
Oh, the hammer?
Yeah,
hammer
the
down?
hammer.
And they had that awesome shot. You see it in a lot of things, but it was well done with the crane. The overtop crane going up with the part that hits the bell.
It was a great shot. Good spot to land on.
Yeah. And I find this
cinematography is something this thing's got going for it.
Yeah. We're up to 100 shots already. Like, it does not stay on shots very, very long.
No, and mostly creative.
A lot of movement.
Mm-hmm.
Like the dolly shots and close-ups.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of POV.
I'll talk about some of them as we go, too.
Like, I think we already started seeing some of the fishbowl.
Yeah, when they're talking and when to the brains angle.
But they're even using some of it with all the Santa Clauses in the room.
Yeah.
Like, it was
like a weird surveillance almost kind of angle there, too. That top one where you just see that there's like 20 in there now. God damn, they're a problem.
I know, it looked like Charlie's mom's room.
Yeah, sure did.
And then we see
it's always
another
sunny.
feat of strength.
Oh, yeah. It's in
Strong man.
Yeah, and we know that Angelo Baldwin is doing the music now. Finally, he limps through on the credits.
I really was thinking that you're gonna love this film as much as it was like Twin Peaks. Like, and I haven't even seen that much Twin Peaks, but it just seemed like this is what a movie of Twin Peaks almost would be like, mixed with like Twilight Zone, Outer Limits,
a hint of Batman Returns right here.
Sprinkle of Dark City.
Definitely.
And there's 3 chains around young, raw, Ron Perlman.
Robin Perlman.
Yeah. And they have 3 chains wrapped around young Ron Perlman.
Noodleman.
Redhead.
Redhead indeed.
Now that
radiant redhead
is a Bruce Wayne jawline, if I ever saw him.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And he's holding back. You can tell
he could have been a contender, this guy.
He's waiting to break those chains free, baby.
Yeah,
he's got to wait for his ringmaster there to give the speech.
Yeah, orphans are all kind of around there too. We're following them as they try and do a little petty theft. But yeah, we're finding out about old one.
Yeah, they're begging for change. They're pickpocketing. You see, they're all over the place.
Yeah, they're getting
around like rats.
Circus and yeah, they are.
And at the same time, just having good old fashioned little rascals.
Yeah, doing little orphan Christmas.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Hell no.
They get Christmas too.
Yeah.
Santa Claus goes straight to the ghetto.
Yeah, and the sewers too.
Yeah. That's where he starts. That's where he lives. That's what I heard. And then there's the bitey kid.
Yeah,
he's a little snitch, isn't he?
That's what really starts up all the hubbub, because he becomes
What's
a
the
distraction.
Hubbub, bub? Yeah.
And then some guy comes from behind thinking he's Thomas Wayne.
Yeah.
And schnicks him. Right then and there.
Oh, what's the matter? The poor man's not well. Yeah. Sticks him. Was that
He shows up again.
Ray Whittaker?
Yeah, he's a barker. And I'm not talking about Bubba Bob.
I'm talking about Travis. What up, Travis? I see a couple guys with golf ball eyes like Susan Sarandon. What's that about?
Oh, fuck me. Yeah.
What are all these different species? This is turning into Star Wars.
The friggin' Borgs here. Oh yeah, and
Back to the trailer.
oh yeah. There's a kid, Donry, and he is just a chomping lad. He's a growing boy.
Can't stop.
He's like always guzzling some chow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And this is a 3-man gang, 3-man operation.
Sure is.
Got the strong guy. What do you call his, not his master, but like the showman?
The barker.
Yeah. That's what we're going with? No, not the barker. But, you know, he's in the chains and he's going to do it, but it's the guy that, the attention grabber.
Like the magician, the main guy.
Yeah, is he a magician?
Yeah, I don't know about magician, but he's the hawker of some sort.
So he's basically down on his deathbed.
He seems to be, out.
Perlman is, we don't have a name. He's the nameless, faceless Perlman.
Yeah, turns out it's one.
He is one.
Just O-N-E.
Not the one.
No.
Whoa.
That's way later.
Yeah. But, yeah, he's basically on his deathbed and one's taking care of him. Mm-hmm. But then he goes over to the little guy.
Little burper.
Yeah, he gives him a burp. Clean up his face.
Yeah.
That's a little bro.
Yeah.
What a cute little burp.
Petit frere.
Yeah. You love this kid.
Yeah, he's the best.
I hope nothing happens to him.
Nothing
at all.
Nothing bad will come of this kid. He's going places.
Yeah. But what do they got on the stick?
Yeah, I hear small rapping at the window. Let me inquire.
It's like a candy apple or something?
Yeah. These guys are bobbing, fishing for children with candy apples, going right up to
wearing night gogs.
Yeah. Terminators.
Yeah.
Fucking... And they get a sense there's a child in there because the apple got all of a sudden.
Oh, does he get the apple?
Well,
I missed that. He starts eating it?
Well, the thing is, they're like, apple's gone. Looks like we got one. And so they look at the doorknob and then they pull out their gun and just shoot the door. Yeah. Not subtle.
No.
That's for sure.
And this is like the earliest, like these guys are really steampunky. I didn't even know steampunk was around in these days.
Oh yeah,
it's like
it's been a spell.
Invention of steampunk right here.
No, it had to have been around. This has got like some German expressionism, maybe I would say too.
Yeah.
For a French expressionism.
What did film noir come from?
I don't know.
German.
Yeah.
Expressionism. Schwartzberg. Of course.
But they notice that this is odd. This dead guy here.
They leave their decoy.
Yeah.
And they're hiding.
But all Donry, what does he got to do? Take a big old bite.
Burp? Bite. Yeah.
He bunches that candy apple, insatiable, this kid.
Yeah, and it hurts all their ears.
Yeah.
What's with that?
But you know what? The one thing I know about this thing going in is the sensitive ear bit, right?
Yeah.
So what do they do when they're shooting off the gun here? Is that not bugging them at all?
There are some inconsistencies with this thing.
Yeah, that was the main problem I got. I thought they'd have to operate in complete fucking silence. Even these guys are shooting with impunity.
The big meeting down the road.
You're not kidding. There's big meetings here.
Yeah. He was gnawing away on the salami or something like that.
Yeah.
And they didn't like the first bite. Then he takes another bite. No one's fussed.
Yeah. I don't like that.
No.
That's bothersome to
Not
me.
at all.
All this attention, this whole world built around them.
Yeah.
And then they're like, sometimes it hurts.
Yeah, I know. What are they, squinting their ears?
Yeah, stupid, fucking, inconsistent, cyclops, cock-sucking motherfuckers.
You're hearing dimes.
Sound like I'm trying to change a transmission over here.
Hearing dimes, listening to onions. I don't know what's going on. So yeah, they get the kid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're just trying to be there, mourning the employer.
They're trying
all
to
of a
hold
sudden,
off
this
the
is
one.
an abduction of sorts.
One rips the eye right out of him.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Snatcher.
You see, because at first you think it's like just some futuristic lens or something over the eye. You don't think it's actually
something new.
You don't think it's actually part of him. He rips the right out of the socket.
You are a part of me.
So you started looking at these. We'll call them freaks.
They're
For what they
cyclopic.
really are. The Cyclops.
Mm-hmm.
The futuristic
Not just a
gang.
myth.
They steal children.
Yeah.
They're in cahoots.
Even inconsistent with that, but we'll get there. We'll get there.
So yeah, this is where it really starts reminding me of Dark City, because you start seeing
Out in
some
that
more
dark city.
wide shots, wide shots of showing the city.
Mm-hmm.
And I really loved. Can't remember how much water was in Dark City. I know there's the beach that everyone's talking about.
Sun Beach. What the fuck was that name again?
But this is right on the harbor.
Okay, so we should say what gets us into the city here. Old one is trying to get Donry back,
Yeah.
and then winds up out in the city, all by his lonesome here for a little bit,
And
right?
he's right down on the boardwalk over the harbor, the green harbor.
Yeah, the city planning here, eh?
And there's that. I don't even know what it is that he goes into and sees the kids in there.
Yeah, no.
It's like it's like a mini water tower or something.
Yeah, it's
but
like
it has this upward
like a
angle.
lighthouse.
Like you said, kind of that like aerial security. You know, you want to feel. They want you to feel like you're always being watched, kind of thing. When he's
From
walking into this
angles.
and he walks in, and there's a huge group of kids.
It's claustrophobic. It's uncanny.
The flashlight boys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this is
Starting to feel like warriors around here.
Yeah, some outsiders and stuff. Yeah, so, you know, gotta fucking rob this lighthouse type water tower for all it's worth, you know what I mean? Get in there with the money.
And I can't believe that Ron Perlman never won an Oscar with this acting when they're like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Ah!"
Well, you know that
Trying to find me, brother.
he did a lot of theater, so that's where some of this comes
Paid
from.
off.
Yeah, this is an early role for Perlman.
Yeah.
You know,
All the way in France.
it's a lot of show, not so much tell. Unless he's trying to get directions to Petit Frere.
Yeah. All right. And then they know that
So the Cyclops
are
coming. They're still bursting around in hot pursuit. But they see this gang of kids here.
don't
and
even touch them.
they don't abduct them all.
No.
It's just the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, and they know
And
that
they don't notice old stupid there dressed as conductor of this water tower.
But does it have anything to do with octopus? Maybe these are octopus's kids, so the Cyclops knows not to touch them?
Oh, yeah. No, that makes sense.
And I'm just putting that together now.
That's a good point.
But
Bon
maybe.
point, mon frère.
But they had this plan because they know that, like, the orphans are looting, and this is stuff that they'll bring back to the octopus.
Yeah, no, the
But
rummage
Cyclops,
continues. They give
gets first dibs. So they're like, all right, they see that they're in there. What'd you guys find? They start looking around. But the flashlight gang's smarter than these Cyclops. Because they tie up Ron Perlman.
No, yeah.
And they stash a bunch of money under him. And he's got the mouth gag on, so he can't say nothing. And they come in and they get some chump change and leave.
City of God.
Yeah. But they got bankrolls under his bupkis.
$8?
They can get you a lot in the
Wasting my whole morning on this.
They can get you a lot in the Dark City.
Yeah, I would hope.
The TV vendors?
Yeah.
Remember that? No, it's not a TV vendor, but the... remember the vendor system?
In what?
Not Redline. In Dark City. When he forgets his wallet and he has to buy it back or something like that. Everything's in these little containers. Yeah.
Anyway, he doesn't need money or roads. Just needs a helmet because these kids are chucking rocks.
Yeah, no, he goes running after him. Would you get away from us?
Yeah.
Get lost.
Buster.
Hey, beat it.
Yeah. And then we get a break from this for a little bit, and we get to do some cake
Merry
with
Christmas,
clones.
Happy birthday, God damn. Confusing.
Yeah, birthday party for the brain.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah, Uncle Irving.
Yeah. Until friggin' old Kronks gets in here.
Yeah.
This causes a huge problem. And they're like trying to get him to tear up using laughter.
Yeah, and they do like the Munchkin bit.
Oh.
Which
Feel
is
he's gonna
essentially-
crack with that?
Like one of the clones is going with the hands, and then there's another one behind him that's got shoes on his hands. So it looks like a little Munchkin on top of the table.
Oh yeah.
It's not sponge worthy. It's not sponge worthy. I'll tell you that.
Holy yeah. No wonder this guy don't got dreams.
Yeah. And they think that extracting one of his tears
is gonna do the trick. They can be able to juice up some machine with that droplet, isn't it?
And then Uncle Irving.
Oh.
Maybe I'll have to take care of this.
Chimes in from the the back there.
Yeah.
Listen, you little jerk.
Yeah. Tells them a whole fairy tale of exposition here.
Yeah. This is all the inhabitants of this oil rig are privy.
Oh, it's an old... Yeah. So we didn't establish that Crank's secret above water evil lair is an oil rig.
Post-Terranean.
Yeah. And,
Submalonian.
Dystopian.
It works. The water works.
Yeah. And this is another thing that you don't get right away and you put together after, is how they're talking about that this really smart creator made all this stuff. This inventor.
Who?
And you say, we don't know yet.
We're
assuming it's Crank. We're assuming it's Crank.
He seems to have assumed the positions.
But as soon as he starts talking, and he's eating cake and licking his fingers.
Everything's gross.
Yeah.
Everything's got an air of fucking toxic. These are red flags people are doing sometimes.
But he strikes a nerve.
Worse than us eating the cookie.
Irv strikes a nerve with Crank.
He does, yeah. He dresses him down right from friggin' birth to girth. I don't know. Brings him down to earth from birth.
Yeah. And then they even talk about, because there's Martha.
That the other...
Which you've probably seen.
Little lady.
She's a little lady indeed. And she wasn't supposed to be little.
No.
When he created his wife, there was a fairy.
Oh, well, you don't want to crossbreed anything with the fairy.
The fairy did a little trick or something, they were saying.
Oh.
It was like a curse that this fairy put on them.
God, you got to be careful when you're dealing with fairies.
It was English dub.
If a fairy placed a curse on me, I'd be like, what? You do that too? Never made that link.
Yeah.
Get in my jar.
And this is when the big brain was looking especially like a large piece of cauliflower floating. And I think it's because like the green liquid,
pickled.
It like takes out the red. So it just left the brain looking like really white.
Pale.
Pale almost. And made his wife into the beautiful princess.
Making me cry.
So there's something about a fairy.
Yeah.
Making her is almost like a joke.
Yeah.
Like a prank, a curse. And
then he didn't have no one to talk to and made a bunch of friends, something.
But they all have the sleeping sickness. And when Irv says this, two of the clones are like, sleeping sickness, and like look over to the one that's passed out in the cake.
Yeah, there's hundreds of people in this and
bubbling.
3 actors.
He's bubbling into the cake as he snores.
It's troublesome.
And then he grew a brain, his masterpiece.
Yeah.
More intelligent than the most intelligent man.
Yeah, let's give us a POV of this thing. That's when I finally figured it out.
But he makes a serious mistake.
Aye, no. No friends.
Yeah, and he calls him right out. He's never dreamed before.
He's a loser.
He's not happy. He's growing.
I don't even dream that much, but I don't get all that bent out of shape, to be honest.
But you're growing like a fraction of as quick as Crank is.
Hope so.
He's only 26, this guy. I wish they said how...
Age is but a number in this thing.
I wish they did actually say how old he's supposed to be. Because they're saying how rapid he's aging, but... he didn't look that young in the flashback.
Aye. True enough.
No. Hey, whoa. Someone take the beer out of that eye dauber, would you? We got a tear here. We got a tear. You got to get that.
No, it's a Brazilian contraption.
Yeah. And Martha's all over it. And she looks like a... She looks like the sister.
Somehow she edged out Helena Bonham on this?
Yeah. As I said, Tim Burton.
Yeah.
Yeah, she looks exactly like the Queen in Alice in Wonderland.
You know what? She was probably busy that year. Bonham.
I feel like I just saw her in something 1995. What was it? Something I was surprised she was actually in. But she looks just like... she could be sister or married to the guy in Twin Peaks that talks backwards.
Oh, true enough. From the Red Room.
Yeah. They'd be a beautiful couple or close siblings. I'm not sure. He tells him he'll die a horrible death. And the tears, they do nothing. Irv is just putting it all out. Who let him drink on his birthday?
Yeah. This brain is heartless.
He's usually not such an asshole. And I love how he's... that's why I called him the brain box Beethoven, because all the... like he's speaking through one of those big horns.
A polyphone.
And this is where you see the fisheye effect.
Yeah.
But because he's like, put him to bed. And you see written on the clone's hand. You translate that, pal?
No.
That come up in your subs?
I don't know.
It said, see you tonight.
Okay.
In French.
Oh.
On his hand.
He's snooey.
Yeah, it was code. Crank doesn't know French. So this is actually where I was watching it on Billy. And it started freezing.
Oh, no.
So I'm like, oh, hell.
Buffering.
You gotta upload that version for me.
Yeah.
Little did I know, it was a little different.
Ooh,
so there was
your switch up.
Yeah, so there was English dubs.
Right.
Thus far.
Yes.
And there was even one part where I think it was during the fair. There's one of the Cyclops and he's like talking to the masses, the unwashed masses.
Surely.
And I was like, but the voice, it's almost like it could be coming over a megaphone even though he's like holding something. But I didn't get that it was dubbed. So I'm like, surely it's not him talking. Because his voice is not the same as what his lips are saying. This must be coming over a speaker or something. Yeah. So I was back on. And this is where we get to see Ray Whitaker. Cutting up skinning a filet mignon.
Oh, yeah, it would have Don Ree's mouth a watering. Yeah, but this is the Stabber, isn't it? Mm-hmm. That's Mr. Stabber there, just enjoying his sit.
Yeah, Stab Man birthday. Or, what's it? Birthday boy Stab Man?
Oh, yeah. Trey Bow.
Naked birthday suit Stab Man.
That's right, that's nice. Nailed it. Bastard.
Bobastic. Yeah, and he's got the dog.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's strapped to his bucket of meat.
Yeah, it's got the whole pulley system.
Mm-hmm. No, it's good security. Allows him to take a small rest when needed.
And so the dog can't get at his meat.
Yeah.
Because the closer the dog gets,
the higher that meat goes. And that's not even a meatiality thing.
No? You don't think?
Speaking of tentacles.
Yeah, you get to see the octopus.
The octopus.
At first you don't really know because it's this close-up shot. It looks like it could just be them, like, super close. It took me a while to figure out they were actually Siamese twins. But it was actually up until you see the big boot. That I was like, because there's like, isn't there middle hands?
Middle hands.
Like, it's kind of weird that it's like where you think they're attached, another arm comes out. Oh, yeah.
Like, they're always like overlapping hands and stuff. Yeah. Like when they're getting their yields here.
Yeah, and is it really an octopus if they share a boot? That's 3 legs.
Yeah. Food for thought.
So, you like calamari, bro?
Portland's brain. Give me your yield.
So, it's inside the orphanage.
Miette?
Octopus's orphanage.
An octopus's orphanage in the rain.
Yeah. Shout out to Ringo.
Yes. And if Tadpole...
He's the best writer of their generation.
Tadpole probably got a couple... He's a little gold miner. He's got a couple Ringos to throw down.
I liked the line where the kid's trying to give them a birdhouse.
It's beautiful.
I wouldn't waste a nail hanging that thing up. Get lost. And then we get to see Mietta. Who already was basically established as the leader of the flashlight gang.
Pretty much. A bottle girl.
She was definitely the most outspoken. And you think, just maybe, this child might stick around. Is that furnace still?
As loud as a humming. Kevin is cowering.
John Jones might lose.
Don't make an ass out of Pinal.
Oh, Pinal. Penelope Cruz. What'd you think of that? What's his fucking name? The Bible guy.
Jesus.
It's his birthday, you know. Bryce Mitchell.
Oh, yeah. Fuck seatbelts.
Yeah, that was quite the knockout, eh? It seemed like he knocked him out, like, because Buddy tried to pull guard, and he got his elbow up while he went down. It looked like he almost knocked him out there, and then he gave him 2 more elbows.
Yeah, and then they stopped it.
Yeah. That's kind of cool. It's like, you guys Give him his respect. He's a Gracie.
Yeah.
He's a Gracie.
It's gone cron wrong.
And then that's pretty...
First knockout for him.
Yeah?
For Kron.
Oh, first time he got knocked out.
I believe so.
Yeah. That was pretty good for Pantoja to get that win.
I guess. You know, it's tricky. They're bringing in some superstar from the other thing, you know what I mean?
Well, just because there's so much crossover.
Bringing someone hotter in on Love Island and turning all the guys' heads. But that person got kicked out the first night.
Yeah. It was good for the UFC with all this cross-promotion fights. And
I thought it was an exciting prospect.
Yeah. Just how he handled that on the mic after the fight. You heard his interview?
A little bit.
Like you have quite the highlight reel, but this is the UFC. For the big dogs out. Yeah. This is my home.
You see Pantoja when he got knocked out? Who the fuck knocked him all the bits?
Not sure.
Fuck, I just saw that too.
I don't even know who would have been in the flyweights. Anyways. Timer?
Yeah, let's go.
And you have a glimmer of hope that maybe, just maybe, this child might stay found.
Yet that useful, hey?
Yeah.
Why?
What, you think it's going to be this next kid?
Tadpole? The most profitable kid of them all? Yeah. Treasure pants?
What'd you get?
No pun intended?
What'd you bring back? $2.
Yeah.
Tadpole.
Yeah. It's got like hundreds. Bindles of hundreds.
Of dollars.
Or something.
They threatened to put him in the chokey?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If they could have shaken this kid out...
Matilda a Christmas movie?
I have no idea. Seems like it should have been. Matilda? Could have been the one light at the end of the tunnel there.
I'm all fucked up now.
I'll bet. Hands all counting the money, overlapping, that's the octopus. That's what we talked about.
Yeah, you start counting the hands.
Mm-hmm. Count them.
So you're thinking, because first you just think, okay, Siamese twins, they must be like Sarah Paulson and Sarah Paulson in American Horror Story. Where it's like shoulder to shoulder. Only 2 arms. But this is an octopus. But it's like all hip. Oh, and then leg. But that's not an octopus. Septopus. I'm calling septopus on this one.
It sounds like you are.
Inconsistencies. Okay, keep talking.
Alright, I guess we need like a new something to go after here.
Handshot makes twins look like they may be Siamese.
Trying to suss out the pussness of these octos.
Yeah. And one is creeping up to the orphanage, looking in the window.
One being Ron.
I thought we already did this.
I know, but it's hard when you're just saying one. And I'm going to do the same thing, but every time you hear one, it's the one.
Ron, which is Ron.
Yeah.
Not the one. He's not the one.
Yeah.
He's just one.
Ron. One. One.
Yeah, you got to look in the mirror. But then the kid looks at him and goes, flicks the knife.
What's he gonna do?
Fuck you, man.
Tough little guy. This is the strongest man in all the land.
I dare you to come in here.
Yeah.
Strongest man or not.
Yeah.
But he does.
The only thing between him and pain is pain.
And how's he get in there? This guy doesn't stop to think about plans much.
It must have been a puddle or something. He slipped a little bit and ended up in the basement.
He just comes out through the floor.
Yeah.
I can't remember if there's like some kind of interaction with someone outside of the orphanage, maybe. But he ends up going like running down these stairs and then coming up through the floor into the classroom.
It's a weird place.
And everyone's like, I know him. He's the strong man from the fair.
Yeah.
You think of what I'm thinking?
He can...
This confused me for a little bit.
Okay.
That why the octopus is
Oh,
the
yeah.
one who says,
I remember what you were going to say. Why he ended up in the basement is because he set off the dog by stepping on some bottles.
Oh, back to Ray Whitaker.
Yeah, because this is where the PlayStation game / DOS game really begins. And I think you can kick those very bottles, which we will have done last week.
Yeah. And the dog goes running, which makes the meat fall down. The basket hits him in the back of the head.
Yeah, I know.
Severe cranial damage.
Yeah, take a page out of the page.
Yeah. And he's no Sam Kinniston after that, I'll tell you.
No.
Although he does all of a sudden...
Son of a preacher, man.
Maybe. We'll get back to that.
Okay, all right. I'm intrigued.
So he goes through, and then Octopus is like, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah.
And then it cuts later to the kids and one, which is Ron, sneaking into the orphanage and stealing the safe. But the safe was in there, so I was like...
This is a new safe?
No, but I was like, they're stealing it from the octopus. But the octopus is the one that said, you thinking what I'm thinking.
Yeah, no, I know this is like a heist that's set up. But...
From the inside.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't know. Was it that same one? Or maybe that was like a mock-up of the one they wanted stolen?
But it cut to the same room. It was just like locked off shot, turned night. Like you're looking at the safe, and then it cuts to the safe. It even might be the same shot, but it's nighttime.
But isn't the orphanage at ground level? Oh, this is not the kind of hang-ups we need.
Yeah, I know. Moving on.
So there's the friggin' safe. They look at a safe.
But the safe wasn't in the orphanage.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they steal it. It's full of jewels.
Mm-hmm.
And they're taking it to the... what was their end game here? Because they took it down to the pier.
To throw it in the drink.
Just get rid of it.
I don't know. Maybe the pressure from the water makes it open. I don't know.
Because they don't get the jewels out of it yet.
No. I think there's a big crane shot you got to get to before they try and...
And Strongman's got it. He's got a good grip of it. But then a Cyclops fan goes by and distracts him. And he's like, they have my brother. And he goes off and he drops the safe down into the water. Before they can get the jewels.
Yeah, he does seem to like let it go preemptively.
Yeah, none of those kids. Imagine if one of the kids went with it. Yeah.
Okay, before we get too carried away, we have to think about the movie that we're dealing with here. Because part of this damn getting the safe, what did you think about that method? Push that key out?
Oh my god, how did I forget that?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, with the mouse.
This is one
mouse
of the...
and magnet.
If you start to get low...
The old mouse and magnet trick.
I like that.
Yeah, that was cool.
I did like that a lot. Make some of this worth it.
Of course, the person has to leave the key in the door.
Yeah. But people are stupid.
And not be inside the room. But yet have the key on the inside of the door.
You don't want to have to go and get it every time. If you just leave it there, it's no problem. What are they going to do?
How do you get
Stupid
it from...
kids.
So do you think that's what Octopus does every time they want to get in?
I mean, there is a little bit of a suspension that takes place if you step in, but it really takes away from the coolness of how they once pushing the key out, getting it on the ground where it's going to be ideal.
Yeah.
Then they got their...
This innovation gets better, by the way.
Oh, yeah. This is just a taste of what this movie has to offer in this particular department.
Yeah. I love the hijinks of the children, the orphans.
Yeah.
As they got like the classic Bobby chasing after them, blowing a whistle.
Oh, yeah.
But they got the trip rope, and they're like, oh, nope, not yet. Oh, not yet. Okay. And they pull it tight, and the Bobby falls over the river and makes the bridge for the kids to get over.
And that's the only
aerial
officer
shot
you see in this whole thing.
That's true.
This is a city run wild.
Yeah. No longer. It is now officially dystopic.
Yeah.
By definition.
There's no justice here.
But I could see that in a video game. I could see that in a video game.
What's that?
Having to push someone over the river so you can use them as a bridge.
Yeah. And I think that's another one because some of these shots I remember being like the exact same.
Yeah.
Like looks exactly like the movie. But I had never seen the movie until now.
Yeah.
So brings me back a bit in the old memory. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. Well, we already played it.
I know, it was interesting.
I found it very interesting.
It was very
wild stuff.
It was very interesting.
This is where you find out officially Ron's name is One.
No, sick.
One doesn't like whistles.
No, who does though?
One's not a thief. One's getting a little upset.
Yeah.
One wants to find his little brother.
One can lift a safe.
So I'm just trying to see if he uses him as a bridge. So then this is where he sees the Cyclops truck.
Yeah, and then he gives chase on that.
Yeah.
And Miette is just telling all the other orphans, like, go the fuck elsewhere, I guess.
Yeah, they're like, what are you doing? Come on with us.
Mm-hmm.
But she wants to help One find his little brother.
Yeah, oh yeah, gotta find old Donry.
And there's even the one kid, like all the other kids are like, alright, fuck you. And go running off, but there's the one like, hey, I think it's Tadpole.
Yeah. Tadpole got a good heart, does he?
Gives that extra second to see if she really wants to make this decision. She's leaving the gang. Maybe that makes him leader.
Oh, this is a big step up. Soon it'll be Frog.
Froggy! Yeah, classic Little Rascal.
Oh, hell yeah. But because they fail to catch the vehicle, One is all ticked off. And we learn how him and old Donry met. How he's the adoptive little brother, more or less.
He's doing classic strongman shit.
Yeah, he
punching brick.
Yeah, punches the wall.
Throws the trash around.
Then he gets soaked too.
Yeah, with a piss bucket. And you see, like, there's this one drip just lingering on his brow the whole time, and I'm like, oh, that's piss.
Yeah.
That's piss.
Yeah. Human urinal.
Yeah. And that's what they did back in those days, too. Mm-hmm. Back in those days.
Captivating angles, though.
Yeah, this is 7 years from now, I'm sure.
Sure it is, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And, he's really like the original Marv from Sin City.
A little bit. Where he's just sitting there.
But just the face alone, I was like, this is Marv. Marv was based off of Ron Perlman.
No, he was meant to be him.
And this is like Sin City. In color.
In color. If you want to call it that.
In lots of color. Techno color.
Technically.
I don't know about me, but you got like the perfect lighting for this movie, actually.
Yeah?
Like the use of green with like that little hint of red or orange.
Nice.
Even Phyllis got it going on.
Octopus.
And this is where I realized.
Go on.
Now, why has this been
so weird?
Watching this part of the movie has been a little bit more difficult than watching the first half hour.
No more words.
I realized that I'm now watching it in French. Reading subtitles. Like, why am I going back more than I was before? I can't live like this.
Oh, and somehow in this with the subtitles, it managed to overlap them sometimes and stuff. Is funky stuff was going on with it.
And you missed all the voices.
Yeah,
the wows.
Yeah,
good lords, there were so many.
I got. Who did Ron Perlman's voice?
Jones. My little brother. Wow, shits. But yeah, so I was like, I can't live like this, and I went back to Billy. It worked the whole way through.
Oh God!
Dubs over subs.
Yeah, I would have preferred it with some dubs.
I should have
just
told you, especially because you were behind. I could have saved you the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, I couldn't even have imagined it with people talking.
Yeah. You have to hear. I wonder if they actually got Ron Perlman to do it.
Yeah, and they should have, because as far as I'm concerned, they limited how much French he had to do for a reason. His name's not Pearl Hom.
Yeah, so I'm still not convinced. I'm like, are these Siamese twins or just close talkers?
Yeah. I don't even know if they're related.
They're not actually twins. I'll tell you that. 2 credits.
The Octopus's Kitchen. They're trying to think of a way they might rid themselves of the young Miette at this point. The young lass has become nothing but problemsome. Hasn't she?
And the brothers are playing...
the brothers are playing. What?
They're playing board games.
Oh yeah, it's a weird quadrant-y sort of thing.
Yeah.
I've never seen that particular...
Kind of looks like a weird way of playing sorry.
Yeah. Argent, fucking désolé.
What was the happy
Argent
prank?
Money, baby, money on the mind.
Pulling the dinner bell.
Yeah, what are they making? Like zucchini and doing oil? You know, I was a little bit fixated on what they were actually like. You know, the hand movement's impressive.
Yeah. What's the menu?
Yeah, look, I wouldn't want to eat it.
No.
Some of the food in this thing, not appetizing.
No. Even those salamis.
Yeah. I mean, these kids aren't the greatest actors in the world, but they don't always... Like, D'Henri is well fed.
Yeah.
He's the only spoiled lad in the bunch.
No, why's he get it so good?
But these other kids...
I think he's the one.
A grueling process, to say the least.
Yeah.
Alright, it's been so fucking long since we talked about some of the happenings out on this oil rig.
Yeah. A little story time, shall we?
Yeah, this is when you see the thing on this little rig here we got going on. There's a lot of clonesies. And
5 to be exact.
Yeah, we got this one guy here. He seems to be the most unique of the bunch. Just getting all these little fun extra tasks. Yeah. Some little fun one-on-one bits with old Irvin the brain here. Yeah. But also...
You think he OG?
The washed brain is doing some brain washing of this already fragile subject of
He's
a clone
pulling the strings.
Yeah.
He's pulling the strings now. He's driving the bus.
Yeah. He's got a constant migraine as well.
Yeah. They're feeding him aspirins.
Yeah. But that's what's making him so cranky.
Yeah. And
turtles.
Yeah, he's making one of the clones think that he's the original.
Yeah.
And he starts really going on, making the most of this.
Yeah. And meanwhile, old Kronk has this other clone playing story time with them.
Yeah.
Feeding them that whole line of fairies, which we...
I love that. Because they're just like, oh, and then this... You can tell they're trying to distract him.
Worst AI, huh?
It seems like they're all in cahoots. And they're trying to distract him.
Hive mind.
It's like, oh, and the whale playing the harmonica. And the, shark had the fiddle.
Yeah, sure.
And then at one point, it was perfect how when Crank's not looking, one of the brother gets up. One of the clones gets up and leaves, and the other one sits down and finishes the sentence. Yeah,
fucking seamless.
That was masterful.
And then, so Mr. Unique here starts getting... Now he's driving the dream bus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's getting down there. They're in the same rig they use from Batman Forever. This is where the Riddler lived, I guess.
Yeah.
And also, this meets Dark City.
Yeah, and you can buy that. I love that they're putting it on people's televisions. Like, people were buying it and putting it at home.
Yeah.
Everyone's getting brainwashed.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, and they even have a similar machine in 12 Monkeys. But you're, like, lifted up. In Matrix.
Yeah.
Lots of these post-apocalyptic.
Yeah.
Yeah, who was the OG? This came out before Dark City. A year prior.
Barely.
A year prior.
There
was whispers.
French did it first.
There was whispers.
This ship is leaky, I tell you this.
You don't think that green cloud made it over to whoever the hell directed?
Le vert cumulus. All right.
Yeah. And Crank is entertained by the stories, you know?
Very good.
I really wonder how quickly he is aged, because he seems like very childlike himself in this scene.
But you know what? We might be developing a theory that is not in the notes, but might come out in this unwashed mass.
Let's do it. Shout out to Andy.
Yeah. If you don't got fucking lower bowl seat for Brian Adams, you got nothing, pal.
And this story seems to put Crank right to sleep. Or does it?
It didn't wind him up.
But he pretends to go to sleep, which forces the sleep sickness to kick in on this twin.
Oh, the sleep
clone.
sickness.
And he just opens his eyes. Gotcha.
Hello.
Gotcha, you nerd.
All right, we need to get this message
And
container fuse.
Did you get a little Wizard of Oz vibe?
With this,
The face in the green cloud.
this
As it
breaking,
was going down in the message box.
yeah, this breaking message.
Message in a bottle.
Yeah, breaking news.
Yeah.
It was a fart.
And they chuck it off the oil rig. Like message in a bottle, waiting for it to get out.
Littering
To the
is what
city.
some might call it.
Yeah. Is it sea litter? Is it littering of the sea?
If you see it, does it not mean that it happened? But if you don't see it, is it supposedly that the tree has not fallen?
But it's sinking, not floating.
Oh, your argument, my son. Me lamb.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, they blew a fuse. And at one point, I was confused about the fuse.
Confused.
Because I thought that, and then they pull the message bottle out, and I was like, "Is this the fuse? Are they replacing the fuse right here and there?"
This stinker here.
Yeah. And they get to the Cyclops lair, one in Meta,
It's an infiltration.
Yeah. But they still have that eye that he pulled out of one of the Cyclops.
Yeah.
So he poses as
He
Cyclops.
scoops her right off to the side there.
Yeah.
And they got questions right away. This isn't something overlooked.
Yeah.
They do take a few steps. Comedically, they walk away.
Yeah.
But then they get pulled back in by curiosity. What happened to the lass?
They don't even recognize her.
No,
they don't even see
they
her.
did not look down.
No.
They were just like, something halfway strange about this. I'm going to get a close look at him.
All about eye contact, these Cyclops.
I don't know if you call it get away with it, but the movie continues.
We get to see within the Cyclops lair.
Yeah,
Those are some steep bleachers, are they not?
something's
The
going on.
guys are
here.
basically sitting on each other's shoulders.
Yeah, trying to
It's
get
stacked
into
so
the
high.
R-rated movie.
I didn't know they stacked shit that high.
Yeah, all while. And this furnace is hot.
You notice that all these guys are wearing sunglasses. They
Yeah,
don't got the Cyclops look yet.
yeah. But it would be of benefit if they did.
Yeah.
A lot of the other senses get better.
Yeah.
And it's worth it.
They got Cyclops Manson there, saying a big speech to the
Yeah.
fam.
Yeah, and this did remind me of Home Alone, another Christmas movie, because of the furnace
Oh yeah.
behind him.
That's scary.
But we learn what's happened here with the furnace guy and that, because these children, the abductees, are basically,
The chain gang.
they're being sold out.
Yeah. Freaked me out. That's how they walk the kids around at the daycare. On that
Don.
line.
Yeah, that's why they call it the Don Ree line. So he's out there. He's still burping away, this kid. It's not the end of the world yet.
It's funny, by the time I pick up Dante, it's always, or it was in the last class, it was like right when they're always getting on that line. So you got all the kids that are getting chained together.
Yeah.
And Dante, it was like purposely, he'd go to the back of the line because by the time they're halfway up, I'd show up and be like, see ya.
Yeah.
Already all dressed up, ready to go.
Yeah. Luckily, still in Matrix 2. Matrix 3 is the next step in the revolution or whatever.
No. Don't get any closer to Matrix 4. We're done with Reloaded. We got Fargo. No one wants Fargo? How about we, if someone
Matrix 2 Reloaded it.
will throw in
A clone.
Big Lebowski Collector's Edition.
Oh.
Did you hear them saying the were voted the best names for plows? There's some competition in the States. Control, Salt, Delete was number 1. I can't remember what number 2 was.
Nerdy.
But number 3 was Snow Be Gone Kenobi.
They are funny, actually.
And coming in number 4, The Big Leplowski.
Not bad.
Yeah.
When you're snow blowing like a Cohen.
Yeah. I think Snow Be Gone Kenobi was the best one. I couldn't remember the second, but I found it was like should have been 4th. Leplowski was better. So, still with the food. This guy's always figuring out how to get his next meal.
Yeah, no, he is staying alive.
And he's a loud chomper, isn't he?
Every time he takes a bite,
Every
a
time.
Cyclops.
Every time. This time, he takes a bite, and every Cyclops shudders. Fucking Cyclops.
I can see they're both one-eyed monsters.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And yeah, they all shudder.
Yeah.
Same with the briefcase. Buddy comes in and opens the briefcase. Oh, they don't like that either.
No.
It's basically the equivalent of... Oh, God.
It's too much.
Yeah. But did you see what's in the briefcase?
Sentenced to die.
It's the How to Make You a Cyclops kit.
Yeah, oh yeah. No,
Everyone up there with the sunglasses, you're getting one of these puppies.
Yeah, no, it's a good little tool.
Yeah.
Get rid of the...
Yeah, it's not the same as mine, but the difference is noticeable.
This is a good model.
Yeah.
You're good to be a Cyclops today.
And yeah, you get to see some of the reoccurring Cyclops. Like that is the second eye, that pool
God,
ball
Milky.
in there. Yeah, man. It's really coming out.
Yeah, the Q.
Yeah. And that guy looked really familiar. He's like the most frequent Cyclops. He almost looked like
Beetlejuice.
no. I know what he does in Friends, but I'm trying to think of what he does in Seinfeld. But he's funny enough, he might play the main orphan in The Warriors. I think it's the same actor. Remember The Orphans?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, he looked familiar. I know it's not him because he's not French.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, Ron Perlman's not French, but I looked it up and none of the other actors were in anything else that I know. But yeah, so I can't remember what little brother eats the first time. But right after the briefcase, he pulls out a salami, takes a bite off that. Nothing.
Soft though.
Yeah, but what was he eating before? Hard candy?
Carrots? I don't know. Something crunchy.
Something crunchy.
Honey crisp apple.
And with no plan, as always, one just comes sliding through some fucking gate right into the mix.
It's like Mr. Magoo or something.
No chill.
Yeah.
On one.
No, he's like a friggin' bumbling, lumbering Inspector Gadgets.
It's like fucking Kramer with these entrances.
It is a Kramerica.
And they just get on them right away.
Yeah.
And it's like thousands
Busted.
versus one.
Absolutely busted.
And then poor Miette comes in right after him. She had no chance.
No.
She's not a strong man.
You are captured as well, young miss. No jeez.
No, jeez. But they take pearls from her.
Yeah.
And he's rattling them in their hand.
Yeah.
Understand that would have drove him nuts.
Yes. Should have.
And this is where you get to see the one big foot on Octopus.
Oh, yeah.
Start counting legs under there. And they're kicking the other in the big boot. I thought that was funny. And like the one doing the kicking even says that.
Mm-hmm. It's a low shot.
Yeah. And they're getting ready to make a midnight snack for the fishes.
That's right.
Which is a classic joke. Everyone loves that joke down there.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But I thought this was a very interesting way to do this execution. Is put them on a plank, tied up, and the weight is distributed by a box of fish. But all the birds start coming down, and the more fish the birds eat, the less weight's in the basket, the more likely they're going to topple into the harbor.
Yeah, it's one of the there's been a couple demonstrations of we're dipping our toes into the chain reactions that can occur in the way that the order of operations things are done around here.
Yeah.
Can't be just one thing. This is how it happens.
Oh my God, the chain reactions.
Yeah.
Just wait.
I don't know how to form the sentence quite properly, but you'll see what I mean.
Irving is just relentless, isn't he? Being so hard on the boss. This is Christmas.
Yeah.
He's telling him you'll never have a soul.
Every conversation with Irvin seems to just lead in distress.
Yeah.
He's a bully.
Yeah.
His brain's a bully.
And Crank says, whoever created us is a monster.
And I'm gonna go dress as Santa Claus.
Yeah, I'm innocent.
Yeah, in all of this.
Is he though?
Is he?
But is he the creator?
Doesn't appear to be. Some weakling ass poop head.
Yeah. But you would think that, holy shit, is this a Christmas movie?
Yeah, well, yeah. There's reminders here and there.
They're wrapping presents, decorating trees.
I know, you're like, finally, something.
Getting in the spirit
fun.
here. As the message bobs in the water. Boss is getting fitted up.
Mm-hmm.
Crank is getting his Kringle on.
That's right. Yeah, that ooze can't be understated. That substance on the double. Even bad for the sewer, this stuff. And we're meeting new characters left and right now.
Marcelo.
That's right.
Looking like Rob Schneider on the pipe.
Oh, getting his feet licked by the dog 24/7.
He's got that opium pipe.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no, he's being fed opium by the octopus.
And this is like the only information that isn't like force fed to you. It's very subtle how they are, just very brief. That he used to be like a ringleader at a circus, and the Siamese twins used to work for him. Didn't have to get the big long backstory.
This guy is cool, actually.
We all have our own definitions, I suppose.
Sorry, I meant in the context of this movie. He's one of the... Even though I hate everything about him in his life.
Yeah, he's got that Matryoshka doll.
Yeah, that's
with
right.
the vial inside.
Yeah, he goes from the opium pipes and then smoking a jointy thing. And he's just like, he's going
up
with
in the ante.
Matryoshka.
He's going for the substance D.
Yeah. And that's substance D, and then he's got to use the little tweezers. And even this tweezer shot is weird, where it's like, wow, this thing must be little. This is just the head of the tweezers. And where's he gonna be putting that then?
And then he's got the fleas.
The fleas.
And this is like fucking.
And this
hyper
is not the fleece you normally have on Christmas. This is the fleas like.
Cashmere.
It's an infestation.
These are the fleas you don't want on Christmas.
Yeah. And they got the mind control serum up in them.
Yeah. They have to attach to the little needle with the substance D in it.
Yeah, guess which parts of these movies is blue screen or
I don't want it.
Practical.
I don't want it.
Or
that's a real flea.
CGI.
That's a real flea. I know that. that gas in the water shot. That's real, baby.
Yeah, we're talking. Light up them sparklers, pal. It's time to have a little laugh.
The scariest Santa in cinema.
Yeah. This is the one exception to the don't work with kids or animals rule right here.
He just wants to have a good time.
Yeah.
brings in the record.
Yeah, starts up a tune for all the little
That's
little
a classic.
kids.
That one is a classic Christmas tune. I was the same age as those kids when I started listening to it. I think he was singing it wrong. Yeah. And he's like getting right up in all the kids' faces and singing it. He reminds me of Sid Haig.
Oh yeah,
In
yeah,
this, you know, I mean, Captain Spaulding.
yeah, oh yeah,
And the kids are just rejecting the entertainment
yeah.
in the form of tears. You want tears, buddy? Here's tons of them. You were getting a kick out of this. You actually texted me when you were watching this scene.
When I got to this scene, I thought it was so like, this is like not the kind of thing that's up my alley. Like crying in movies, screaming, like that last half hour, damn Texas Chainsaw, something like that, you know. Like irritation wise, I'm just like, I don't want to hear the.
Yeah.
But all them babies cry, like they could have taken some of my tears as that was happening.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't believe what I'm seeing right now. This is like, this is like cruelty beyond. And then somehow hilarious.
And then one of the
instantaneously messaged you. I was like, holy fuck.
And the clone messes up the vinyl and makes it skip. And you see him trying to sing the song and it's messing up and he's trying to catch his place and he looks over. And what does he do? He kind of falls into it and gets his beard stuck in it.
Oh, yeah. He's done for.
Yeah.
These clones are a dime a dozen.
I like how the first kid just tries to lay down. Before they start crying, the first kid lays down and just looks away. It's like, let it stop.
But I didn't expect to hear that record scratch like in this movie.
Yeah.
But then
And one kid's just like...
Then you can't slap an OG.
There was some great reactions in there. Before just all the crying.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a. Speaking of chain reactions, how this slap works. All those clones are just passing on the slaps. But yeah, this is the first time that you hear one of them claiming to be the original.
So unique. And then you see them.
And there's like
couple of chums.
They're so stoogey. Which is
slapstick.
It's funny for this film. Like, there's so many different dynamics where, like, there's a couple things where they're trying to keep it light. Even though it's like stealing children, trying to extract dreams,
making them cry,
taking
for
souls,
minutes at a time.
Yeah, orphans.
Where you see each kid break to tears individually, and then he's like in their face, sort of. It's like. And he's just like, oh, worst description ever. Fuck me. Fuck this. Fuck everything.
Yeah, you see that all the gulls are coming in and taking the fish out of the baskets.
Yeah, our chums are doomed.
Yeah, 1.5 are about to go into the harbor. In the clear. Let's show up as the ring masterpiece.
Yeah, so this is where, you know, if you don't feel like you've taken enough leaps in this whole uncanny back alley, we're gonna get a very interesting save.
Because was Rusty there?
Huh?
Or was when the octopus went to see Marcello? Is that when they had Ray Whitaker with the gun? And they left him to shoot him. But then he shoots up into the air. He's like, I hate when they tell me what to do.
Oh, yeah, and he spares them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, maybe that bunk in the head did a little something.
Yeah, but...
Bit of humanity.
Yeah, I don't think that's quite yet, because in this point, Marcello still got control of his fleas.
Okay.
And he manages to send it out on that big dude.
FDR.
Because I didn't realize exactly what was going on here at first. I was like, what is this guy, an ally or something? But you noticed he was dripping green in that.
And they got that close-up of the flea within, like, the hair follicles.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's pretty cool. You even see the reanimation fluid going into the Cyclops.
It's big money, 95.
Yeah, and then he turns around and starts messing with his own kind.
Yeah. He starts...
And how it works
stabbing
is...
out their good eyes.
Once the goop is injected, he has to start playing music.
Yeah, there's like a set-off thing. You know, you got the fuse, but you still got to light it.
Yeah, the Jack-in-the-Box style music playing. And he turns around and starts taking out all the Cyclops. So he's trying to save One and Mieta.
Yeah, but the way that he takes out one of his dudes there, you know, he just casually starts taking out these dudes. But one of them, he reverses the feed there, so the guy can see himself.
To watch himself die. Yeah, that was awesome.
He's like, I don't want to be dead.
Yeah, I love that how he takes it. It's like a cord.
Yeah,
that he
ruthless.
Yeah. And at first like you said, I didn't really know what was happening. Everything's happening so quick. I'm like, is this guy a spy? Like, I didn't quite get how the fleas work yet.
Yeah.
Until they later did it to One.
Yeah. But in retrospect, this scene made a lot more sense.
Yeah. So they do get to save One.
Mm-hmm.
But she drops in the murk, doesn't she?
Oh, yeah. She falls.
Still tied up. Left for dead.
Yeah. Down into the man in the diving suit. Saved by the diving bell.
Yeah. And One can't do anything but just scream up to camera.
No. No. Pity, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
One is upset. Na 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 na. Make him say, oh. Scuba Steve.
Oh yeah.
Finds her.
Mr. Zissou.
Brings her back to his underwater lair.
Yeah, I love the way he revives her.
Can't remember.
He goes...
And steps on her hand.
Yeah, what a deep dive into this thing we're doing.
Get this. He steps on her hand.
Yeah.
No way.
How do you wake up a little sleeping beauty like that?
That's stepping on her hand.
You don't remove the flaxseed from beneath her nails, which she's extremely allergic to.
Was she always dressed so Christmassy?
'Tis the season,
She's
love.
got like the candy cane sequence.
Sequins. Stockings. Sequin stockings. Christmas. Joy.
Color scheme.
Candy canes and...
He's got those like Converse moon boots. You check those out?
Boing.
You can hear them slugging around with every... Like you can't even fucking lift them. They're like dragging and stepping.
The fucking springs are getting rusty. But...
And he like really wants her just to stay. Hey, you can stay here. There's enough for two.
And under this...
Everything. We got everything we need. Don't go.
Grizzly Adams visage here, but you realize he's got a familiar look under there.
Is that the OG?
Could very well be
that
an OG.
the creator?
He looks unique.
Yet. Not at all.
You saying he's some sort of bastard?
Mm-hmm.
Well, things are just cryptic in general.
This guy's got some Ed Gein type furniture, does he not?
A couple nipply necklaces and
check out my belt.
yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, he's like, have a seat. It's this fucking chair made of skeletons.
999.
Yeah. He even like has a name for it. Like, oh, this was Steve.
Yeah, it's bona fide.
Steve's friend. She finds the safe.
Everyone's finding safes around here. It's a safe-written city.
And she just knows the combination. So she gets into it and she gets all the jewels. The jewels that they talked about from the first caper. Tell me I'm lying.
Well, jewels around. What do you want me to tell you? There's all kinds of little stuff. Did you know there's also a map of a freaking minefield there?
Did you know Waterworld came out in 1995?
Could take a sample.
Imagine that. I'll go check out another movie. Jesus Christ, no! Someone has a map? Somewhere on their body?
Somewhere on their person. Imagine a memento like that with old friggin' mindless Steve Zissou here. Can't remember anything. Imagine that. You know what? I'm leaving.
But don't they...
Don't go that way. Sorry, that's a closet filled with children's...
They must have a sleep first, do they?
Does she?
Because that message...
Spend the night there?
Doesn't the message pass through them both?
I guess. I don't know.
They get the dream. Where it's not even a dream. It's just like a recap of everything that's happened.
Yeah.
It's like must be from... must have been extracted from Irving himself. Being the one watching all this.
Yeah.
Because she sees that the little brother's still alive.
Alright. Transmissions are afoot, I guess. You know, what do you want me to tell you? It's in the zeitgeist here.
Yeah. And you see that... like, I can't remember how she gets back. There's that scene where they're trying to distract one. And they got him drinking with that dame.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like Marv's do.
Yeah, no, he's in there. He's all sad about Miette's untimely fate.
Yeah. Who's coming back with a vengeance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Not even trying to hide. She's just walking around in her bright red and white skirt thing.
Oh, what a
just
number. You've
sticking
described.
out in this, everything else is black.
Yeah.
She's standing out. And she thinks she's not going to get caught. Look, the kids see her a mile away.
Yeah, and she stands at a good distance to maintain his attention as well.
Yeah. And they're all basically giving her a last chance to come back to the gang.
Yeah.
Part ways with one. And let's go shoot some craps. Like the old days.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I mean, she doesn't really do that as far as I'm concerned.
No.
But she does manage to save one of them cats from being taken, octopus and...
Yeah.
She ain't that cold to the cargo hold.
Yeah, because the ringmaster, they have to get a passed out one out of there.
Oh, yeah, no. She doesn't save one of the orphans. She saves the one. from being taken by the octopus here. The octopus got this whole thing afoot, doesn't she?
Well, one's drinking with the dame, and she's coming back, sees the kids.
The kid's like, "You're fucking smashed, love.
Yeah.
What you doing here?"
But where's she run into the ringmaster? Because he's like, "Oh my God, you're still alive." I think it's just like she's walking up a set of stairs and he's coming down. And he's like, "Oh, look, you're still alive."
Oh, yeah.
Like, "I'm so sorry, I want to help you."
Oh yeah.
And they go
maybe
back.
He's done his deed or whatever, already off.
So they're both en route to try to save one.
All right.
And oh yeah, okay. So the heavies come because one's passed out, and they throw him in the back of the truck. But the kids are still around. Remember, the kid gets in the crane, and he's working the crane, and he goes down and gets him out of the back of the truck and pulls him off. But then it's like, they have him and they're spinning around. It's going to turn into like a David Dobrik prank gone wrong.
Oh, god dang, what a pull.
And
that cost a few $1 million, that joke.
They drop him on this tube. So this is like your chain reaction effect. They drop him on the tube, and like that's how he wakes up, or like he's not even woken up, but he's running, and he's some vagrant about to get arrested for vagrancy is like has to jump out of the way. And one and the two both go into the water, and they like throw him a tire to grab onto.
Oh, it's a whole thing.
Yeah. And that's not even the big chain reaction.
No.
No. That ain't nothing.
But appetizer.
Yeah, the kids are just... So she has another conversation. Now, maybe this is the conversation I was picturing earlier on, but where they're like, "Are you really not going to come with us? Like, we just found you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come back with us." So she's like, "No, I'm staying with him."
Oh, and they're like, "Oh, well, you're in love with them now. Yeah. No wonder." And things just start getting weird from there.
Little Leon the professional. Leon the unprofessional.
Yeah.
But but it's like, you know, why did they just help save him if they don't want their friend to go with him? But maybe they were trying to dispose of him.
Damn. That's dark, pal.
Maybe. They want their friend back.
Ruthless young lads. Oh. I meant to bring this up here, because isn't that discussion where they're like, where she's like, well, he's not old, he's young, but he's not grown, he's old, but he's not grown up.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Plays into something that's building with that, isn't it?
Mm. No, you're right. I'm just... Because the message didn't even get down there yet. So I'm trying to remember how she saw that little brother was alive. Because this is where the message is still floating in the water. And there's a boat that comes by, and the boat kind of pushes it down.
Yeah.
And it goes down to the depth.
And they were like going to sleep for the night before that or something.
And half trying to sleep in the alley, you know, in a burlap bed.
Mm.
Oh, and so the setup for this scene is that the dame in the bar is talking about how like hot and hard his body is.
Oh yeah.
How big his muscles are.
Touching him and shit.
He's like a radiator.
Of course he is.
A radiator?
It's not the first time you hear radiator in this story either.
That was. That I can remember. The Dame saying it.
It gets said earlier, oddly enough.
Yeah. And then...
I remember reading it earlier, but I can't remember what context.
One is a sailor.
But yeah, the fuse is breaking open, releasing messages.
Oh yeah, so he's like talking in third person. He's like, one is a sailor that harpoons whales. A little bit of his backstory there, I guess. And they're like, what's it like to be older brother? And it's like, it keeps you running. And he's like, I have a little brother and a little sister. So it feels like they're family now.
Hmm.
And
family.
and then he's like, yeah, radiator. Radiator. A crab falls out of Buddy's suit. This is where the big chain reaction happens. He said, you know that guy that just has a crab randomly come out of his suit? That ever happened to you?
Not lately.
It's Scuba Steve.
Yeah.
When he finds the message. There's just a crab that falls out of his suit as he's going.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It hits the box and the message drives up his nose.
Mm-hmm.
And he starts getting this basically recap of everything that's happened in the movie so far.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, it's not a dream. It must just be like, recorded from the lens of Irving.
Yeah. You see the flashback there of like all that professor shit.
And then you get the flashback.
Yeah. And it's like, it travels too, this message.
Yeah.
Like it flies all around like damn Ghost Rider.
Well, there wasn't social media in 95, so there had to be other means of travel.
Emails are instantaneous, but it used to take a little bit of time when you send these freaking green farts. But it finally reaches Miette, which is good.
Do you remember what Bo's dad looked like? No? What I mean? And remember he's credited as weird janitor or something like that?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Isn't this... I knew Crank was going to have this haircut. Like, he already looks enough like the guy in that flashback.
Yeah.
He's got like the Adam Driver cut.
Yeah, sure.
And it was so funny. I just knew that he was going to have this. As soon as I saw that this was like a flashback scene, I knew he was coming in like that. Mm-hmm. And you actually see all the Tyrones in their tubes. And Scuba Steve is the creator. It's confirmed.
Oh, yeah.
And
he's
Martha actually is his wife.
Highlander here. Yeah.
Am I right?
Maybe.
Putting this together?
Yeah.
And did he create Crank? And create Irving?
Diver?
Yeah.
Probably.
Adam Diver.
Probably.
But then Martha and Crank turn on him. So that's kind of confusing of...
Exile.
If Crank makes any of these inventions.
Yeah, no, he sucks.
Yeah, he does. He even gets glass in the eye at one point. He's all bloody. As they exile him.
Yeah, that's like the goriest part of the
Leave
movie
him for
right
dead.
there.
Yeah. Fucking gets a little color. And, oh Lord, my notes gone.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Merry Christmas. Yeah, so looking back on that fairy tale that Irving was telling,
You're getting to the bottom of this now.
was that
It's flooding in.
that mistake wasn't something that Crank did, but Crank was the mistake that the creator made.
It's enough to bring a tear to your eye. You're right.
And yeah, it comes to make you think that Martha's the real boss.
You're starting to, yeah.
That little puppet's really pulling the strings.
And this is the kind of junction when those true villains start to reveal themselves. Like stars in a pollutionless sky.
Yeah. Speaking of pollution, that green fog. You see it going like from window to window and you hear kids start crying. And then it finally makes its way to Biette, who wakes up and starts asking about the map tattoo.
We've got to locate it.
She's like, you're a sailor. You know about tattoos and all.
Yeah. When we go for a little walk through the town.
And this is where the octopus is done with Marcello.
Mm-hmm.
And leaves Ray Whitaker.
Yeah, she leaves with a few items.
Yeah, the fleas.
In the music box.
And tells Ray Whitaker to do them in.
Yeah, no, you're done, Paolo.
Yeah. But he shoots at the roof and says, I don't like when they boss me around like that.
Yeah. Just make sure you don't show your face around here no more, eh?
Yeah.
But also, at the same time, there's children deliveries occurring.
You see Demarie is getting closer and closer to Crank.
He is, yeah. So close that they get to speak.
Yeah. But Irving's getting involved again.
Always.
He's... Yeah. Damn that Irving always getting in my business.
That watchful brain.
Yeah. And there's just so many ways of how they close Irving's eye. Because the other time it's almost like a lens closing. You know how it has like like the shutters or whatever?
Yeah.
But this one, they just like, this is the permanent. They have like the lens cap they put on them. And
I need a lens cap put on me once all this creepiness starts right about.
And Crank's trying to be friendly with little brother.
Trying.
You know, having some food. Or no, because the
kid will eat anything.
Because they're getting all this slop. And then you see one of the clones leave the room and a spoon goes to... They got that close-up of the spoon getting in there so the door doesn't close.
Yeah.
And then he gets in the dumbwaiter with the turkey.
Special delivery.
Goes up and it's all done.
Yeah. And they're like, oh, this stupid child has eaten most of your dinner.
Yeah. But he's putting the bones, like fangs. Mm-hmm. Or he's like tusks. He's trying to be a walrus or something like that.
Yeah, he's having a fun around.
Yeah.
So disarming.
Have you noticed what a terrible shirt one is wearing?
Yeah.
That fucking sweater. Like, is this where ugly Christmas sweaters were invented, this fucking movie?
Yeah. Unraveled. Is this where the sweater song by Weezer got its storyline?
Oh. This is where, yeah, it's like, slow down. One of your steps is 3 of mine.
Yeah. But she's got a blown out shoe going on.
She got the hole in her shoe.
And this is the creepiness going on here.
Yeah.
He starts like rubbing her foot and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, you think Tarantino is spooky. This is some weird stuff.
It just lingers a bit too much. Like, there's nothing wrong with would you give a man a foot massage?
No.
Fuck you. Starting to get a little pissed here.
Yeah. But, like, it seems like they're having almost a little bit of a love story. Even during their piggyback, there's, like, this mirror shot where she's looking at, like, her earring. And even that made me feel uneasy.
Yeah. And that is...
And he's got, like, just this jolly smile on his face. Like, got my woman on my shoulders.
Yeah. And that is a weird shot, how it's like they're walking, but the mirror's moving with them. Because you keep seeing the frame of the mirror. Like, you think at first it's just like an effect, because there is like effects and filters and all that kind of stuff, but you can see the frame of the mirror coming in every once in a while.
Yeah.
But then they make it to the Asian tattoo parlor.
Oh, this is where...
That's going to be infected, by the way. None of my tattoos have ever bled like that.
Hey.
But he gets a tattoo that's Miette for life.
Yeah. It's all right. I mean,
not at all.
I don't want to be judgy, but I'm like, what have we gotten ourselves into here on the cast?
Yeah.
This is some territory that's not condonable.
I agree.
Lousy French.
Yeah. Colin Farrell was put on timeout because of this nonsense. But yeah, they're asking. Yeah, and he's like, I just did it to get some answers. Because they started asking about the man with the map tattoo.
Yeah.
And, they're not giving anything up. They're almost up in arms. Like, there's like a commotion. There's a commotion.
Becoming Men in Black right here.
Yeah.
This is a kind of interaction you didn't see in that movie.
But then she throws down some jewels.
It's on Orion's belt.
And that hairpiece goes flying.
Yeah.
Rather quickly.
The wife has had enough. She's going to
reveal
all.
He's got the map on top of his head.
Yeah. Did you get a good look at that map?
I tried.
Yeah. Glean anything?
There's some mines.
Shows
where the minefield is.
That's true.
Oh yeah, and then they got the scuba guy on sonar. They're picking him up on sonar. What the fuck's that about?
I don't know. It's a weird little town.
And yeah, they got that chain that they're trying. That even the strong man can't break. But then her little hand comes up and they break it together. The powers combined.
I guess so. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. But then we got one of those pesky fleas about. Flying, you don't know where it's going to land.
I know. And this is hot on the heels of the tattoo as well.
Yeah.
They don't take long to switch gears on this occasion, do they?
Yeah. And it's the octopus that found them on the pier.
Mm-hmm. And you can tell he's dribbling a little bit about the mouth.
Yeah.
Miette's not really tuned into what's gone wrong with them. Yeah. She's like, there's a couple of dumb bitches in it. And he's like,
slap.
Yeah. Well, once they
start playing the music box.
Once they start cranking.
Yeah.
Yeah. He slaps the shit. And that's a real French thing to do, right? No offense to the French.
Yeah. What do you follow a slap up with?
Yeah.
Another.
Yeah. It's a classic.
Yeah. They've completely brainwashed.
But
her tear goes and flies into a spider web.
Now this is a weird moment.
This is a weird moment.
This is what sets it off.
Yeah.
The Rubes Goldberg.
Yeah. The chain reaction of all chain reactions.
The friggin' Mousetrap. What's the biggest board game in 95?
Yeah. Show me a better chain reaction in cinema.
I
can't do it. This leads to a bird shitting on a windshield, which I thought was good luck. He instantly hits into a fire hydrant,
which you can see in the making of.
Yeah. Okay.
You can see the fire hydrant.
Oh.
They built all this shit.
Did you actually watch a making of this movie?
Some of it, I breezed through it.
Jealous. The whorehouse gets emptied.
Yeah.
What would you call it? Brothel?
Yeah, there's flooding and rats.
The guy up fixing the power line?
Yeah, power outages.
He gets zapped.
Yeah.
He gets lampooned.
That puts the light out in the lighthouse.
He turns into the poster for Christmas Vacation.
Oh, yeah. Marved.
Yeah. And then the ship. What's the final thing that makes the ship go right into the pier?
That's the lighthouse that goes out because of the power outage.
Okay. And the ship starts coming into the pier.
Yeah, you can hear the foghorn blowing.
And if it came any closer, because One and Miette jump off the pier.
Yeah, it becomes a whole thing. The pier's coming apart. Yeah. All the ground beneath them is shaky and falling.
Boards are flying. And you think that the twins might get separated.
And almost amazed as they're watching this ship come towards them.
And they go into this laughing fit as they're going up and up.
What can be said about this? Like, there's this wild kind of crane shot going up the bow of the
gotta be right.
Yeah, the front of the ship.
Yeah.
And it's just going up, and they're just cackling.
Yeah.
It's such a weird moment.
And then you still keep getting all these flashes of different shots. Like at one point it looks like it would be like Miette's pay-per-view POV of like One's back on a bike. Like there's someone on a bike.
No.
At one point.
Okay.
Is that Marcello heading there?
No.
And then there's dogs.
No. This
dog sex.
This is the flea returning back to Marcello.
Oh, okay.
So he hitches a ride on the motorbike, and then he heads on the dog. But the dog's got to stop for a quick doggy style and transfer. There's a transfer made there. And then that dog.
Old Dogtown. Alan goes with that dog.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
It's like crabs.
Mm-hmm.
And the twins, they got that classic harpoon thing.
This was a thing that I gleaned. When the flea is like bouncing along, they put a steady cam on a board to get that bouncy look.
Oh yeah.
I think it was right before he jumped on the motorbike or something.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, up the docks he goes.
So I was like, is this more chain reaction? Everything led to dog sex?
Yeah, no, this is just that that flea just wants to return home to daddy.
It makes the flea makes it home safe. Mm-hmm. As they're like trying to poke down.
Yeah.
Like, where are you? We know you're hiding. They start pouring gas down into the water.
How horrible.
But then they have that shot. Like, this gotta be fucking CGI or something. That bubbly. Like, it just didn't look like gas and water would actually give this shot. Looked like some kind of screensaver or something.
Yeah.
And,
but
they do drop a match.
Yeah.
But that doesn't work.
Yeah, and that's actually after the flea had
makes
returned.
It home safe.
Yeah. Because the second that match drops, it cuts to that like shot of them bending over or something. So it reveals the dog. And then it's right after that the flea was on that dog and bites one of the twins.
On the ass?
Octopus.
Oh, yeah. And then they get the flea. Yeah, and they start turning on each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
And Marcello is back to save them. He finally gets some redemption because he always... he was really affected by not being able to save Miette during the plank scenario.
Mm-hmm.
So he finally gets redemption there.
Yeah, because he's like, I'm not a bad person or something at one point.
Yeah, so they get out of the water.
He's an ally.
Just as he throws down a cigar. And kablooey.
The octopus has been
Contained. Sent back to his natural habitat. And that big boot just floats up.
It's so funny. I saw that big boot so many times and I just didn't really register it the proper way. I was just thinking it was forced perspective.
Oh, it's like a...
but it is it's a...
10-toed foot.
Yeah, it's a tanuki suit. Or something.
Do you think it's...
Yeah, for a movie that's got like no hope in it, it is a good moment. A tiny bit of redemption here.
Yeah, well, that's what I was just thinking, that everything is almost on the up and up now. Like, once you find that friend that comes back, helps you out, like you said, an ally, you start thinking that they might just be able to beat this.
Yeah, I didn't think there was any hope to be had here.
Yeah. You didn't think it was going to be there's no Christmas miracle in the city of lost children?
I just didn't know if it was going to head in that direction. But we've taken down the octopus. There's always turmoil amongst the oil rig.
That'd be a cool level.
Yeah, I'm interested.
That was my favorite level.
Yeah. Yeah, tell them about all that. Remember when we had to kill the octopus?
Yeah. With the flea? Hope you get to use the flea.
Yeah, there's that level.
When you get to play as the flea.
You gotta go home as the flea and then come back as the flea.
Get on the dog.
Yeah.
Now get on the other dog.
Kept dying trying to get onto the dog during the hump scene.
Yeah. So then you get to see the boat ride through the minefield.
Yeah, a popular destination now.
It was on the map.
Yeah.
You knew they were en route.
Yeah, no. You're heading in the right direction. And where are we headed to?
She was even saying, like, when she got that dream, she's like, I saw these big balls with spikes on them. It's like, oh, the minefield.
Classic.
Yeah.
You don't get to see them too much.
Yeah.
But I grew up with them right from Super Mario World.
Yeah. And they were both the same size.
Maybe.
About the same size.
Yeah.
About the same size.
Holy.
So they're start giving a couple aspirins to Irvin.
If you say so.
And they're setting up little brother to the machine.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. And
so it looks like it seems like it's on the up and up for One and Miette, but you start thinking, man, do they have time? This level's a time limit.
Yeah.
Just like Mario.
Yeah, we don't have that much time to get...
When the 10 seconds left.
Yeah, you hit a minute.
Yeah. But then you also have Scuba.
Oh, yeah.
Who just entered the building.
This is a total convergence upon this
rig.
Yeah, it's a full-on raid. Rig raid.
But Martha's on it. She's saying... So it must be the sonar that they had on them, because she's telling them you got to go out. It must be because of the sonar, because Martha is hip to Scuba infiltrating and telling them to be on the lookout.
For the original.
Yeah.
Mr. Original, Mr. Unique, Mr. Special Lad himself.
The explosives. They've been misplaced.
And, when one's on the ship and he encounters them clones.
Yeah.
Another slapsticky moment.
Well, they're climbing up, and they see that pelican nest.
Oh, the one where...
Yeah, we're never going to see this again. That was just put there just for effect.
Yeah, no, just for scenery.
And nothing is going to happen to this pelican.
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
And they do the thread. So he sends her in first.
Oh,
like,
yes.
Tie this thread around your stomach, and it's classic, sending someone in, keeping them on the line so they can find their way back.
But really,
looks like we're finally starting to get attached.
Yeah, it's very revealing. This. How many feet has she gone? He's up to his neck here in shirt.
How'd that line make you feel?
Nothing makes me feel good anymore.
The boss is trying to steal the dreams of little brother.
Yeah, oh yeah. And they're hitting that original opening scene shit.
Yeah.
One of that OG hitter.
Yeah. But when Miette goes in, what did you think of that staircase? You must have liked that. The staircase is keys to the big organ. Every time she steps, it's hitting a note. Mm-hmm. I thought that was pretty cool. And it turns into a little person versus little person showdown. As Martha shows up to stop her. Yeah. The line breaks. And he's all sleeves now. He's got the collar and sleeves. It's up here. Above nips. And that's his final...
form.
Yes.
It's his final evolution.
His final attire.
Shirtazard.
Yeah. This is what he's going to look like in the video game.
Yeah. Just shoulder pads and a neck roll.
It's exactly what he looks like in the video game. You didn't think Martha was going to pull out the old pistola.
No.
She turns it on Miette.
Yeah. And there's a little save scenario there. But...
none other than...
Uno.
The diver.
Oh, diver, yeah, diver.
I think.
One falls during this scene. Is this where it happens?
Oh, yeah, okay. So before that... so the clones are coming up to...
one.
Yeah, and this is the slapsticky Stooges kind of moment.
Yeah, he takes the first one down, throws him down the old conveyor slide.
Yeah. And they all just keep getting turfed down the chute.
Yeah, he turns around and there's another one there. He's like, well, this one's down the chute.
Yeah, didn't I just throw you down?
Yeah, then turns around and there's two of them now.
Deja vu.
Yeah, he's like, fuck, man, so many guys that just got to throw straight down this chute.
Yeah, and they all just pile up on one another.
Yeah, and then it's, I guess, a bit of a coincidence there that they all just bump into the diver down there, too.
Yeah.
And they get the encounter.
He saves the day.
Yeah.
Shooting his own wife.
Yeah.
With the harpoon.
Yeah. Wait until Neil Young hears about this.
Sorry. You just mentioned Neil Young. I get tired. And they all slide down on top of each other. Yeah, they're still fighting about who's the original.
Me.
Or no, because they see the diver.
Yeah.
What? I thought I was the creator.
No.
And then, the princess is about to die. But she just hands over the keys. Think it's because of seeing her husband? Mm-hmm. Seeing Diver? Mm-hmm. It just seemed weird that she's like, on one side the whole time, but as soon as she's about to die, she's like, here, save the day. Save your little brother. I think she would have put up more of a fight.
Different people have different motivations. I don't know. I don't know how to explain this. I'm at a loss.
No, she tricks them.
There we go. Now
Trapdoor. I knew there was something.
Yeah.
Yeah, the trapdoor.
Oh, that's right.
And one saves her by the hair.
That's right. And then
pulls her off, but then he falls down.
That's where we go.
Yeah.
We got there.
Mm.
That's when we get to finally back to the opening scene.
Mm. And Miette gets into the dream room and meets Irving.
Yeah.
And there's only one way for Miette to save the little brother, because you can't just disconnect him.
Hell no. She's got to
kill him.
She's got to get in there.
Yeah. She's
Take him on one.
She's got to mind fuck the mind fucker.
Lawnmower man himself.
And this is a very cool scene when she goes down there and she starts aging rapidly, like she turns into an old lady.
Yes.
But forces Crank to turn into a little baby. But you see like the progression and regression of you see him as like a 20-year-old teenager, toddler, baby.
And all this is the result of one of those take me instead. You know, she gets Don Ree and get out a...
She's ready to sacrifice herself so one can have his little brother back.
Yeah, so the chance she might get to see this dude's older brother again one day. One day. And meanwhile, he's in a friggin' bird's nest.
Yeah, and Scuba, he's a goddamn psychopath. Is he already tied up to the side of the rig?
No, not, I don't know. But yeah, the age swapping, and this becomes pretty problematic. This is
back to the dream from the very beginning. Christmas movie after all.
Yeah. So inside of Don Ree's dream, he imagines Miette coming to help him or something.
Yeah, she comes down the chimney.
But she's actually.
But it's like, why is it? That's not his dream, guy.
Yeah, but it's a forced dream so that I can have that. I don't know. City of Lost Adults as well.
And yeah, because she's holding the little brother. And then he starts morphing into Crank.
That's right. That's how this transition takes place.
Yeah, and you would get there. Yeah, it's like, whose dream is this?
Yeah.
So I guess now, that's the thing, is that's why you go to this dream, is because this is now Crank's last dream that he stole, because he can't dream.
And this is like a bad mushroom trip right here. The last borrowed
dream, yeah, because you're getting that warped. This is where I said the Scanner Darkly effect. And the scuba guy finds... So the diver finds one. And you see where one landed?
Yeah, the bird's nest.
And did you see pelican all over him?
Oh, he's covered in shit from head to toe.
He killed that damn pelican. PETA did not like this movie.
And they're the only ones.
Everyone else loved it.
Holy shit. Big fans all around the world.
But remember, PETA loved...
House?
Yeah.
Snip. Loved a little snippet there.
So, yeah, she turns into a granny. He turns into a little baby.
Yeah, this age swap thing goes on for ages.
And then the little boss baby gets hooked into a loop.
That's pretty fucking freaky. That's like the trippy thing. That feels like you're gonna die on a mushroom trip if you fucking...
And
it
it's
just
like,
keeps getting faster. It's just only a couple clips. He's got nothing left in it, so it's only these two things flashing back.
And it almost is like skipping a beat.
Mm-hmm.
There's something like,
yeah,
it's not like four bars would be more music, but
mm-hmm.
I don't know, you can't get used to it. Like every time it loops, there's a little difference, so there's just, your mind cannot adjust to what you're watching.
Yeah, it's very awkward. It's basically what happens. He's like being a kid and then getting put into a machine.
Yeah.
And be a kid put in a machine. Then a kid, machine, kid, machine, kid, machine, kid, machine. And he's like, let me off this fucking ride.
But what happens when you get off that ride?
Well, finally, Tadpole grows into a man named Frog, and he croaks.
And just the way that he falls on what must be Irving's lens. But it's just like those ugly teeth.
Mm-hmm. And everything's kind of
has fallen
off. Yeah. Like, what's his fuck? One finds Miette at some point, and she's just
he wakes her up.
I was very old, and you were very dead. And then there's this other dude.
And I got a feeling Ron didn't.
It was the
One
diver.
didn't like either of those.
It was
comments.
a diver who goes, "The void equals infinity." That's what I
Possibly.
read. That was an interesting thing.
All I heard was "Wow." One has saved all the children.
Oh yeah, everything is wrapping up nice. We got the diver strung up,
Tied up.
Yeah, practically crucified to this oil rig.
Yeah, classic TNT, like pipes.
The plunger
all around him.
Oh yeah, the hot dogs.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, he's got the plunger beside him. You see that Miette and One filled the boat up with kids.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going off.
Yeah.
Back to Dark City.
Yeah, looks like Breaker High.
And even Irving's got all the clones. And they're taking off.
Yeah.
But just when you seem like everything's okay.
It's so funny
the diver's
to see him though in the boat. The brain.
Yeah, Irving.
Yeah, it's like, and they're like still kind of strapped to it at the time.
Yeah,
they're like, he's like, row harder.
Yeah. He's never been more like Robbie the Robot or something.
Yeah, like Napoleon or something, leading the charge on the boat, but the boat's still tied up.
Well, you didn't know that Irving had Ignatius voice the whole time, did you? Filth.
So I guess they kind of make it a few feet off there, but like it seems like the professor is about to save the day.
What's Demarie doing on the boat? Schnozzing away. This kid got oh man, what a belly this guy's got. Never stops eating.
Garbage guts.
And and you see the shot, so it's the diver looking down at them, and at first they're like trying to get away, but they don't understand that the line is still connected to the boat, so they're all paddling for a second, like, oh, go back and untie it. And then you get that shot from ahead where they're both boating towards the camera. Then it cuts back to the diver, and he clues in like, what am I doing? Why don't I blow this place up and then go with them?
Yeah.
Come back. Save me.
Yeah.
Save me.
Change of heart, they call it.
Yeah.
So he's got to figure out a way out of this situation.
Oh, and there's papers flying everywhere.
Yeah, it's
So like he looks and he sees
some of them are flaming.
this like equation, and he's like, "Wait, I should go with them."
Yeah.
You mean those boats can hold one more person? Take me. Take me. Women and children already called for. But then that falcon or hawk.
Seagull.
It's not a seagull.
Something.
It's like a hawk or a falcon.
A vengeful pelican.
Yeah. Lands on the... Oh, they were friends. That was the best friend. Lands on the plunger. Da-da-da-da-da-da. That's all, folks.
Dive.
There you go.
Boom.
Old school freak show credits.
It's got that tight vignette there.
Yeah.
Get that last little burp out of... Third and final burp out of Don Ree.
Gotta love it.
Oh, this little do or die of this movie.
I wish there was like a "Where are they at now?" segment at the end of this.
Or like Scanner Darley, just tell me exactly what the movie was about.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, they have that. I don't know why it reminded me
Kids
of
not
Freak
being
Show.
kids too soon.
But everyone has that close up
Yeah,
credit. And did you notice what Ray Whitaker?
Who it was?
Yeah,
No.
Rufus.
Oh, yeah, no, I did see that. Yeah, it actually confused me for a second, the one name thing.
I know, I was like, is that the character
His
name?
character's name. Yeah, exactly what I was thinking.
That got me in the Christmas spirit.
Yeah, the sixth element.
Yeah, like, I feel like, we didn't get to dissect. There was a lot of shots we got to talk about, but there were so many killer shots all through it. Especially, like, when everyone's in the rig.
They don't
They
make
got some
movies
crazy,
like this
like,
anymore.
Track and dolly shots going down the hallways and... Yeah, just content-wise.
Just weird stuff.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how in the game they capture some of these similar angles and things like that.
Loved it.
Very...
I think I'll play the game again.
Again, for sure.
Yeah, walk through it again. Why not? Came out the same year. It's still in 95.
Yeah, which is interesting that I probably played it when it was pretty new. Like within a year or two.
But never saw the movie?
Who the fuck saw this movie?
Thousands of people in 95.
I bet it was. I bet it was thousands.
Not only was it...
I mean, it's always been on my radar, but I was always...
Especially because it's a foreign film, too. Like, you don't know how well it was received at all.
How well do you think it was received?
Better received in 96 as Dark City.
I mean, it's got... Like I said, at least we had the experience, the movie experience to deal with this, but, for the audience at large, like, this is going to be, out of all the podcasts we've done, this might be the smallest demographic for a game or movie.
Yeah, I would have to agree. But hey, that's why we're here.
The least sought after of all Christmas movies, probably.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be hard to top.
Fortuna.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I think I hear someone coming down the chimney. Could it be that time already?
Fuck. Gotta make sure we get to sleep.
Yeah, no.
He doesn't deliver to tired masterminds, only sleeping ones.
Alright, well. I think it's about that time.
It's been that time for 2.5 hours.
It's Hanukkah. First day. L'chaim.
Mashlamka.
Alright, Merry Christmas, all you tired-ites.
Be seether.
We'll see you in the new year. Adam.
Phyllis.
Liam.
Merry Christmas, babies. Fuck. What have we done?
Did we just ruin everyone's Christmas?
Everyone I know. Everyone in this room's Christmas.
I wonder if we'll get more views on this than the movie actually did.
This has been likely the most comprehensive discussion on this.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, between the other game thing, you know, this is the deep dive of deep dives for lost children.
Yeah.
This
is only scratching the surface. Sign up to our Patreon and you can watch the making of this episode.
Now that's a red herring.
You're a red herring.
Oh, you fuck.
Bastard.
Sont les lumières, ma vie sans moi. Bastard. He's looking at the here, kid. Joyeux Noël.
Now I gotta put in subtitles?
Merde de vache.
Tu es grand vache.
Tu es un robot.
Vraiment.
Oh, wow. Well, got on the naughty list last second.
Go stuff your stocking somewhere else.
He didn't mean that. It's Christmas.
Yeah. Hella Maliki Maka, everybody. Hella Maliki Maka. Don't show them that map of how to get here, man. Cookies?
Yeah. Yeah.
One for the baby boy?
It's the baby bite? Oh. Almost forget how silly we look. Oh, God.
At least I can just go jump right into bed.